Om Namah Shri Atirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Sachit Sukha Swarupaya Swami Tapaharini. Subject: Life of Swami Vivekananda, Life and Teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Good. अच्छा, त्यो फोटो देखो नि. That is picture of Swami Vivekananda when he is in deep meditation. From the expression you can understand, is it not? It's a deep meditation. He is not meditating for photography, but somebody took photograph when he was in very deep meditation. So from his facial expression and everything you can understand. This is the picture of Sri Ramakrishna. This is when he was in Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. One step beyond meditation. Samadhi means Nirvikalpa Samadhi. External physical feature will be like a dead person. No breathing. You will not find breathing. Even through stethoscope you may not find it, because it is very, very deep. Complete absorption in the supreme reality. The state of Buddhahood, what is called, that is same thing. And this is the picture of Ma Sarda Devi. This is Swami Vivekananda's guru was Sri Ramakrishna, and Sri Ramakrishna's wife, Holy Mother Sri Sarda Devi. So like this, from picture you understand, okay? Now we'll go to the life and teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was born in January 12th January 1863. 1863, 12th January. So more than 100. How many years now? Around 150, then 160, 165, 60, 163 or something like that, years ago. And उहाँको बाल्यकालको नाम चाहिँ के थियो भने नरेन्द्रनाथ, अनि सरनेम थियो दत्त, किनभने उहाँ दत्त परिवारमा जन्मनु भएको थियो. उहाँको बुवाको नाम के थियो भन्दा विश्वनाथ दत्त. उहाँ एकजना सिनियर एडभोकेट हुनुहुन्थ्यो. यहाँ हाम्रो भन्छ नि नेपालीमा वरिष्ठ अधिवक्ता. अनि आमाको नाम थियो भुवनेश्वरी देवी. ठिक छ, यति त मिनिमम जन्मको कुरा भयो. अब एउटा पुत्र सन्तान होस् भनेर उहाँको आमाले, यो भुवनेश्वरी देवीले प्रार्थना गर्नुभयो वीरेश्वर शिवसँग. शिवको पनि त धेरै रूप छन् नि त, होइन? हाम्रो नेपालमा काठमाडौँमा पशुपतिनाथको रूपमा हुनुहुन्छ, वाराणसीमा गयो भने विश्वनाथको रूपमा हुनुहुन्छ, होइन? विभिन्न ठाउँमा विभिन्न नामले प्रसिद्ध. यही काठमाडौँमा पनि अलिकति पर गयो भने किरातेश्वरको नामले प्रसिद्ध हुनुहुन्छ. विभिन्न ठाउँमा शिवजीको, र शिवजी एउटै हो, फेरि दुईटा तिनटा अलग अलग होइन, एउटा सेम शिवजी हो. ठिक छ, त शिवजीलाई प्रार्थना गर्नुभयो. शिवजीको नाम थियो वीरेश्वर नामको शिवजी. अनि मलाई एउटा पुत्र सन्तान होस् भनेर त्यसपछि प्रार्थना गर्दा गर्दा पछि गएर पुत्र सन्तान भयो विवेकानन्द नरेन्द्रनाथ दत्त। तर सानोमा वीरेश्वर शिवजीको लाई प्रार्थना गरेर जन्मेको हुनाले वीरेश्वर नाम पनि थियो सानोमा। अनि बोलाउने नाम चाहिँ बिले थियो है केटाकेटी अवस्थामा। स्कुलमा लेखाउने नाम चाहिँ नागरिकताको नाम भनिन्छ नि हामीले, त्यो नाम चाहिँ नरेन्द्रनाथ दत्त थियो। अनि सानोमा चाहिँ अब एकदमै चञ्चल, कन्ट्रोल गर्ने मुस्किल। तर यदि शिवजीको नाम लिएर चिसो पानी टाउकोमा खनाइदियो भने फेरि शान्त भइहाल्ने। त्यो अब कसरी नरेनलाई होइन बिलेलाई यसलाई कसरी शान्त गर्ने भन्दाखेरि उसको आमाले त्यो मेथड पाउनुभयो। शिव शिव भन्दै टाउकोमा चिसो पानी खनाइदियो भने चाहिँ एकदमै शान्त हुने। किनभने शिवजीको प्रार्थनाबाट जन्मेको हुनाले होला होइन। अब यो कुराहरू भयो। अब सानैबाट यो नरेनले चाहिँ के हो भने आमाको विशेष गरेर उसको आमाबाट धेरै रामायण र महाभारतको कथाहरू सुन्थे। पहिला के थियो, आफ्नो छोराछोरीलाई कथाहरू सुनाउने चलन थियो कि रामायणको कथा महाभारतको कथा एकदम सानो बाल्यकालदेखि। यो हाम्रो पुरै भारत नेपाल जुन जहाँ पनि हिन्दू संस्कृति छ त्यहाँको एउटा वैशिष्ट्य, हाम्रो हिन्दूहरूको वैशिष्ट्य। हिन्दू भनेपछि यसभित्र हाम्रो पुरै हिन्दू एज अ सिभिलाइजेसन, त्यसमा किराँत पनि आउँछ, बौद्ध पनि आउँछ, बुद्धिस्ट पनि आउँछ, इस्लाम क्रिस्चियनिटीहरू बाहेक बाँकी सबै त्यही संस्कृतिको एउटा उसभित्रै आउँछ। त्यो हाम्रो कस्तो परम्परा थियो भने सानैदेखि केटाकेटी अवस्थाबाट नै बच्चाहरूलाई रामायणको महाभारतको अथवा अरू कुनै आदर्श पुरुषहरूको कथा सुनाउने होइन, महापुरुषहरूको कथा। त्यसले गर्दा के हुन्थ्यो भने सानैबाट केटाकेटीहरूमा चाहिँ एउटा रोल मोडल तयार हुन्थ्यो कि कसलाई मैले चाहिँ लाइफको रोल मोडल कसलाई बनाउनु, को जस्तो बन्ने म, त्यस्तो एकदमै आदर्श चरित्रवान पुरुष। फेरि यो कसको कथा सुनाउने भन्दाखेरि कुनै फिल्मको हिरो या स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन त्यस्तो होइन, स्पिरिचुअल होइन, रामको या कृष्णको या बुद्धको या शिवको या अरू त्यस्तो प्रकारको कथाहरू सुनाउने त्यो चलन थियो। रामायणको कथा महाभारतको कथाहरू त्यस्तो चलन थियो कि। त्यसले गर्दा केटाकेटीहरूमा एउटा चरित्र निर्माण कसरी हाम्रो स्वच्छ चरित्र बनाउने भन्ने त्यसको सानैबाट जे सुनेर आइन्छ नि त्यसको प्रभाव पछिसम्म गएर मनमा पर्छ। सानैबाट नेगेटिभ कुराहरू मात्रै सुन्यो भने फेरि नेगेटिभ प्रभाव मात्रै पर्छ, पोजिटिभ कुराहरू सुन्यो भने पोजिटिभ। अनि त्यहाँबाट अब नरेनलाई चाहिँ रामायणको महाभारतको कथाहरू पनि मुखस्त हुन थाल्यो। तर ऊ अब सानैबाट चाहिँ के थियो भने नरेनको एकदमै मेडिटेटिभ माइन्ड, जहिले पनि ध्यान गर्न उसको ध्यान सिद्ध, मेडिटेसनमा जहिले पनि ध्यानमा रहन चाहने, जहिले पनि ध्यान गर्न खोज्ने। अनि उसको खेल पनि त्यस्तै, साथीहरूसित मिलेर ल ध्यान गर्ने खेल खेलौँ भनेर। त्यस्तै एकपटक के हुन्छ सानोमा, अब यिनीहरू सानै बेलामा 8, 9, 10 वर्षको उमेरमा सबै साथीहरू मिलेर एउटा कौसीमा ध्यानको खेल खेल्न बसिरहेको हुन्छन्। त्यही बेलामा एउटा साँप आउँछ। अब अरूहरूको साथीहरूको त ध्यान भनेको यसो आँखा बिचबिचमा खोल्ने, यसो के छ कस्तो छ, अरूले कसरी ध्यान गरेको छ कि छैन कि, यसलाई हेऱ्यो उसलाई हेऱ्यो, अलिकति डिस्ट्र्याक्टिभ माइन्ड हुन्छ नि त, माइन्ड डिस्ट्र्याक्सन हुन्छ, आँखा चिम्लेर एकछिन बस्न पनि गाह्रो हुन्छ एटेन्टिभ भएर। अब त्यो साथीहरू यसो यता एउटा सबैले नहेरेको पनि यसो एउटा दुइटाले हेरेको, उताबाट स्वाट एउटा साँप आएको देखेँ कि साँप हुन्छ। अब अरू साथीहरू अनि ऊ चिच्याउँछ, ए भाग भाग साँप आयो भनेर चिच्याउँछ, सबै साथीहरू उठ्छन् भाग्छन्। तर नरेनले चाहिँ ध्यान गरेको हुन्छ, उसको डिप मेडिटेसनमा पुगिसकेको हुन्छ माइन्ड। बाई बर्थ हि इज पर्फेक्ट इन मेडिटेसन। अनि उसलाई केही पनि थाहा हुन्न, चुपचाप मेडिटेसन गरिरहेको हुन्छ। साथीहरू भाग्छन्, साँप पनि एकछिनपछि त्यहाँबाट फर्केर जान्छ, केही गर्दैन, अहम गर्दैन। त्यस्तो किसिमको सानैबाट ध्यान सिद्ध है। अनि अर्को एउटा कुरा के थियो भने नरेनको घरमा कोही पनि साधु सन्त आयो भने या कोही पनि केही माग्न आयो भने पनि सबै कुराहरू दिने, विशेष गरेर साधुहरूलाई पनि दिने। अनि अरूहरू जो पनि आउँछ माग्नुको लागि उनीहरूलाई जे छ घरमा निकालेर सबै दिने, के यो चाहिने यो नचाहिने भन्ने नसोच्ने, हातमा जे आयो अगाडि त्यही दिइहाल्ने, दान गरिदिइहाल्ने। अनि त्यसले त उसको आमालाई अलिकति अरे यसले त फेरि चाहिने कुराहरू पनि सबै दिन्छ, अनि पछि त आफूलाई चाहिएको बेलामा पाइँदैन खोजेर, त्यसरी त भएन भनेर कोठामा यसरी माथि थुनेर राखिदिनुहुन्छ। अनि कोठामा थुनेर राखिदिनुहुन्छ ताकि बाहिर आउन नसकोस्। तर उसले बाहिर झ्यालबाट हेर्छ होइन। अनि त्यो साधुहरू को आयो भने अनि सबै जे थियो केही नभेटेर आमाको साडी जे छ त्यो सबै बाहिर निकालेर दिन्छ कि माथिबाटै। तल त आउन त बाटो छैन, तर माथिबाटै यसरी बाहिर फालिदिन्छ। त्यस्तो किसिमको जहिले पनि अलवेज हि इज रेडी टु हेल्प अदर्स एन्ड ग्रेट रेस्पेक्ट फर साधुज, त्यो थियो सानैबाट। अनि यस्तो किसिमको थियो। अनि अर्को उसको के थियो भने अब जब स्कुल जोइन गर्यो तब स्कुलमा पनि अब खेलकुद यताउता, त्यो चाहिँ यस्तो खालको बच्चा होइन कि चुप्प लाएर बसिरहने टाइपको होइन कि, एकदमै रेस्टलेस भन्छ नि। मेडिटेसनको बेलामा त डिप मेडिटेसनमा ठिक छ, तर त्यो अल्छी टाइपको एकै ठाउँमा बसिरहने त्यस्तो खालको होइन कि, एकदम के भन्छ अर्कै खालको त्यस्तो खालको स्वभाव थियो कि। अनि खेलकुद पनि गर्न खोज्ने जहाँ पनि होइन। अनि फेरि केही कुरा बिना भेरिफिकेसन नपत्याउने, तार्किक बुद्धि, कुनै पनि कुरा कसैले भन्यो भने फ्याट्टै पत्तै नहाल्ने, त्यस्तो खालको। र अर्को एउटा एकदमै राम्रो गुण के थियो भन्दाखेरि हि वाज अनसेल्फिस। दो हि वाज भेरी रेस्टलेस, भेरी एक्टिभ, हि वान्ट्स टु प्ले, हि वान्ट्स टु जम्प, रन, एभ्रिथिङ होइन। बट that is like childhood traits. In childhood everybody should have actually a very calm and quiet child may not be always because of some good reasons. चाइल्डहुडमा त एनर्जी हुन्छ, उनीहरूको अलिकति एक्टिभ हुन्छन् नि त, यता दौड्छन् उता दौड्छन्, त्यो हुन्छ नि त, ट्रमेन्डस एनर्जी हुन्छ। अनि त्यस्तै हो। बट द गुड थिङ इज हि वाज फर्स्ट भेरी अनसेल्फिस, always ready to help others, not thinking about himself but thinking about others, thinking about his friends and other people always, and always helping them. So one thing, that's a great quality. So if you want to judge a child, don't judge him by whether he is sitting quietly or running about. No, whether he is selfish or unselfish. So first thing. Secondly, he was very truthful. That is also another wonderful quality. Truthfulness is the real austerity in modern age. You cannot go to the forest and meditate nowadays. But if you are truthful, you will get the same result which our ancient sages went to the forest and meditated for years together. They meditated. Okay? 12 वर्ष कति त 1000 वर्ष पनि भन्छ पुराणहरूमा त होइन। कति लामो समयसम्म भगवान बुद्धले 6 वर्षसम्म कन्टिन्युअस मेडिटेसन गर्नुभएको थियो कि होइन। सो what our ancient sages achieved by going to forest and meditating for years together, if you are only truthful, do whatever you are doing, but be unselfish, then be truthful, then you will get everything. You need not go to the forest and meditate. Simply by being 100% truthful, you will get everything. Naren was very, very truthful. So one example के छ भन्दाखेरि क्लासमा टिचरले पढाइरहनु भएको हुन्छ अनि नरेन चाहिँ के गरेको हुन्छ भने अरू साथीहरूसित अलिकति पछाडिको बेन्चमा बसेर गफ बातचित गरिरहेको हुन्छ क्या कथाहरू के सुनाइरहेको हुन्छ साथीहरूसित गफ सानो आवाजमा सरले नथपाउने तरिकाले तर अलिअलि गुनगुन गरेको आवाज त निस्किन्छ अब को यसो हेऱ्यो त फेरि सबै चुप्प होइन थाहा हुन्न त्यो सरले नथपाउने तरिकाले गरेको छ अब यिनीहरूलाई कसरी क्याच गर्ने सरले पनि बुद्धि लगाउनुहुन्छ अनि सरले आफूले पढाइरहेको सब्जेक्ट सबैलाई सोध्नुहुन्छ कि त्यसको क्वेसन सोध्नुहुन्छ के हो जियोग्राफी के पढाइरहनु भएको हुन्छ जियोग्राफी यस्तै के सब्जेक्ट पढाइरहनु भएको हुन्छ सोध्नुहुन्छ अनि सोद्धाखेरि कसैले उत्तर दिन सक्दैन तर नरेनले उत्तर दिन्छ किनभने एउटा माइन्डले त साथीहरूलाई कथा पनि सुनाइरहेको छ अर्को माइन्ड चाहिँ एकदम एटेन्टिभ छ सरको टिचिङमा त्यस्तो एउटा आफ्नो माइन्डलाई त्यसरी डिभाइड गरेर दुईतिर फुल्ली एटेन्टिभ हुन सक्ने खालको माइन्ड के माइन्डको एउटा पार्ट चाहिँ साथीहरूलाई कथा सुनाउनमा एकदम मग्न छ तर उसको माइन्डको अर्को पार्टले चाहिँ सरको पुरै लेसन सुनिरहेको छ र त्यो सबै उसलाई मुखस्त भइरहेको छ एउटा पोइन्ट पनि नछुटिकन त्यो अरू साथीहरू त कथामा मग्न थिए उनीहरूलाई त सरले पढाएको विषय थाहा छैन नरेनलाई चाहिँ त्यो अद्भुत क्षमता थियो उसले उत्तर दिन्छ अब सरले के सोच्नुहुन्छ भने नरेन मात्रै एटेन्टिभ भएर सुनिरहेको रहेछ अरू विद्यार्थीहरू अरू केटाहरू त अलिकति यिनीहरू कुरा गरिरहेको रहेछन् भनेर सबैलाई बेन्चमा उभिन भन्नुहुन्छ के भन्नु पनिसमेन्टको लागि त्यहाँबाट नरेन पनि उभिन्छ अनि सरले होइन तँलाई उभिन भनेको होइन तैँले त उत्तर दिइस् यिनीहरू कुरा गरिरहेको थिए हल्ला गरेको थिए यिनीहरूले उत्तर पनि दिन सकेनन् आन्सर पनि गर्न सकेनन् त्यही भएर यिनीहरूलाई उभिन भनेको तँ बस्नु होइन सर मैले त कथा सुनाइरहेको थिएँ उनीहरूले त मैले सुनाएको कथा सुनिरहेको थिएँ त्यही भएर मैले पनि त पनिसमेन्ट पाउनुपर्छ त्यो द्याट इज कल्ड ट्रुथफुलनेस एन्ड रेडी टु एक्सेप्ट दि कन्सिक्वेन्सेस पनिसमेन्ट त्यो गुण थियो कसमा नरेनमा वान इज ही वाज अनसेल्फिस एनदर इज ट्रुथफुलनेस दिज आर divine qualities, great virtues. If you see in a child these kind of virtues, then you just overlook other things. You'll understand he is going to be a great person in future. He may not be good in study or whatever other things. तर बाउ आमाले के हेर्नुहुन्छ भने आजकल त्यो बाबु चाहिँ चुप्प लाएर बसेको छ कि छैन भने त्यस्तो त्यो हेरिन्छ नि त्यस्तोलाई त अङ्ग्रेजीमा गुडी भन्छ कि देखिने राम्रो तर वास्तवमा उसमा सर्टकमिङ्सहरू छ त्यो चाहिँ त्यस्तो होइन एकदम एक्टिभ हुनु पर्यो होइन त्यस्तो खालको अब आउँछ नरेन जब अलिकति ठुलो भएपछि अब मेन उसमा होइन अच्छा ठुलो हुनभन्दा पहिला अहिले नरेनलाई ठुलो नबनाऊँ अलिकति सानो केटाकेटी अवस्थामै होइन 10-12 वर्षको उमेरमा 13-14 वर्षको उमेरमा तरुण अहिले चाहिँ त्यो कस्तो भने नरेन चाहिँ फेरि अर्को एउटा कुरा थियो कि भेरिफिकेसन नगरिकन जसले जे भन्यो त्यही पत्याएर नहिँड्ने के है कति मान्छेहरूले त क्रिटिकल थिङ्किङ हुँदैन नि मान्छेहरूको आजकल युट्युबमा कति किसिमको मेटेरियलहरू छ होइन कति युट्युबमा हेऱ्यो भने अब यस्तो कुराहरूको क्लेम गरेको देखिन्छ डक्टरको जस्तो तर उनीहरू डक्टर पनि होइनन् त्यस्तो देखिन्छ नि त युट्युबमा हामीले यसो सुन्यो भने पत्यार पनि लाग्छ होला भन्ने जस्तो हुन्छ तर त्यो भन्ने मान्छेको कुनै क्रेडिबिलिटी हुँदैन उसले वास्तवमा उसलाई मेडिकल साइन्सको कुनै नलेज पनि हुँदैन तर तपाईँले यस्तो गर्नुहोस् यस्तो हुन्छ उस्तो गर्नुहोस् के भनिरहेको हुन्छ हामीले सुनिन्छ पत्याइन्छ तर हामीले के चेक गरिन्न भने त्यो बोल्ने मान्छे को हो के आधारमा बोल्यो उसको के अध्ययन छ उसले के स्टडी गरेको छ उसको ब्याकग्राउन्ड के छ उसको मेडिकल नलेज के छ अथवा उसले आयुर्वेदकै हो भने पनि उसको के परम्पराबाट आएको छ कि होइन, कुनै क्वालिफिकेसन छ कि, अथवा अङ्ग्रेजी को एमबिबिएसकै डक्टर पो हो कि, अथवा केही त हुन पर्यो नि त। हामीले त भेरिफिकेसन गर्दैनौँ नि, सुन्छौँ अनि आफूलाई यसो मलाई पनि हुन्छ, सबैलाई हुन्छ कि सुन्ने बित्तिकै त हो पक्कै कस्तो राम्रो भने यो त गरेपछि हुन्छ भने चाहिँ हामीले इमिडिएटली इम्प्लिमेन्ट पनि गर्न थालिसकिन्छ कि कहिलेकाहीँ। तर वास्तवमा कहिलेकाहीँ त्यस्तो लेम्यानहरूको कुराहरू जसमा कुनै आधार हुँदैन पछि गएर त्यो हार्मफुल हुनसक्छ। त्यो हाम्रो त्यस्तो बानी हुन्छ। अहिले पनि हामीले यो युट्युबहरूमा के कति चिजहरू देखिन्छ, पत्याइन्छ सबै होइन। वी डोन्ट भेरिफाई, क्रिटिकल त्यो हामीले प्रश्न सोधिँदैन। बिफोर बिलिभिङ समवान यु सुड फाइन्ड आउट हिज क्रेडिबिलिटी होइन। जसले जे आयो भनेको त भएन नि त। कुनैले एउटा मान्छेले साइन्सको कुरा भन्यो भने त्यो मान्छेले साइन्सको त्यसको अध्ययन छ कि छैन, त्यसको ब्याकग्राउन्ड छ कि छैन, स्टडी छ कि छैन, परम्पराबाट होइन आफ्नो बाबुबाजेबाट पो सिकेर आएको हो कि के हो, त्यो क्रेडिबिलिटी त चेक गर्नु पर्यो नि त। आजकल गर्दैनन् मान्छेले, भेरिफिकेसन गर्दैनन्, फ्याक्ट चेक गर्दैनन्। आज फ्याक्ट चेकिङ भन्ने हुन्छ नि, त्यो पनि गर्दैनन्, सिधै पत्याइदिन्छन्। पछि गएर त्यो त कुरा त सबै फेक हुन्छ होइन। तर नरेनमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो थिएन कि। त्यो हामीले एकदमै सिक्नुपर्ने र आजको दिनमा बढी सिक्नुपर्ने। किनभने आजको दिनमा यस्तो युट्युबमा कहाँ फेसबुकमा वाट्सएपमा यस्तो कुराहरू कन्टिन्युअस आइरहेको हुन्छ। भेरिफिकेसन गर्नुपर्ने एकदमै आवश्यक हुन्छ। फर्स्ट भेरिफाई प्रपरली एन्ड देन ओन्ली यु फिल्टर इट वेदर टु एक्सेप्ट इट अर नट। फिल्टरिङ त गर्नु पऱ्यो नि त, त्यसलाई फिल्टर गर्नु पऱ्यो। त्यो क्यापेसिटी नरेनमा। त्यो कहाँबाट थाहा हुन्छ भने नरेन आफ्नो साथीहरू सानो केटाकेटी अवस्थामा 12-13 वर्षको उमेरमा नजिकको एउटा बगैँचामा होइन, पहिला त अहिले त बगैँचा पनि पाइँदैन होइन, यसो गएर खेल्ने ठाउँ पनि पाइँदैन। जहाँ गए पनि सबै ऊ छ नि त, फ्रिली गएर यस्तो एउटा मैदानमा अथवा कतै कुनै बगैँचामा भन्ने छैन नि। पाहाडहरूतिर गाउँहरूतिर त हुन्छ नि, त्यस्तो ठाउँहरू हुन्छ, जङ्गलहरू हुन्छ, कहाँ हुन्छ, मैदान हुन्छ। अहिले त छैन, तर त्यो बेलामा त थियो। त्यसरी एउटा बगैँचामा गएर एउटा रुखमा झुन्डेर खेल्ने गर्थे कि, झुन्डेर खेल्ने। अनि त्यो खुट्टा माथि टाउको मुनि होइन, खुट्टाले झुन्डिने त्यस्तो त्यो सबै। अनि फेरि फुङ्गाल्ने के गर्ने त्यस्तो तिनीहरूको खेल केटाकेटी अवस्थामा पहिला त्यस्तै खेल हुन्थ्यो। अनि त्यो देखेर त्यो बगैँचाको जुन केयरटेकर हुनुहुन्थ्यो एकजना बाजे जस्तो उमेरको, अनि उहाँले चाहिँ धेरै दिनबाट देख्नुभयो। अनि एक दिन धेरै दिन अब धेरै दिन त उनीहरूले लुकेर यताउता अर्को ठाउँमा हुनुहुन्थ्यो, खेल्थे होइन केटाकेटीहरू। एक दिन उहाँले देख्नुभयो। अनि देखेर तिम्रो केटाकेटीहरू यहाँ किन खेलेको? यो रुखमा एउटा चाहिँ भूत बस्छ, ब्रह्मदैत्य भनेको भूत जस्तो, भूत भन्छ नि घोस्ट, त्यस्तो एउटा भूत जस्तो भूत बस्छ, ब्रह्मदैत्य बस्छ। त्यसले तिमीहरूको एकदम गर्दन निमोडिदिन्छ, भाँचिदिन्छ। त्यसो यो रुखमा नजाऊ, एकदम डेन्जरस छ यो रुख भनेर उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ होइन केटाकेटीहरूलाई। किनभने त्यहाँ अब खेलेर कहिले टाउको फुटाल्लान् भन्ने डर के। अनि सबै साथीहरू त्यसपछि त्यहाँ त उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ आफ्नो बाटो लाग्नुहुन्छ। अनि अरू साथीहरू त खेल्न डराउँछन् के त्यहाँ, अनि सबै जान्छन्। तर नरेन त फेरि भोलिपल्ट पनि आएर त्यहीँ अरू साथीहरू त टाढा बस्छन्। अरे यहाँ त भूत छ होइन, भूतले घाँटी भाँचिदिन्छ होइन। तर नरेन त फेरि भोलि पनि गएर त्यहीँ खेलिरहेछ। उसलाई त्यो बाजेको कुराको कुनै असर हुँदैन। त्यहाँबाट साथीहरूले सोध्छन्, हिजो भन्नुभएको थियो त बाजेले यहाँ फेरि त खेल्यो भने त्यो रुखमा त भूत छ त, ब्रह्मदैत्य छ भूत होइन, आज भूत भनौँ न, भूत छ भनेको सुनिनस् हिजो, त्यहाँ किन खेलेको? त्यो त भाँच्दैला नि तेरो गर्दन भनेको। अनि नरेन हाँस्छ कि तिम्रो कस्तो बुद्धु मान्छेहरू हो, यत्रो दिनबाट हामी खेलिरहेको छौँ यो रुखमा, आजबाट खेलेको हो र यहाँ त महिनौबाट खेलिरहेको छौँ। अब त्यो साँच्चैको भूत हुन्थ्यो भने त कहिले गर्दन भाँच्दिसक्थ्यो होला नि त, घाँटी भाँच्दो निबोटिसकेको हुन्थ्यो होला कुन जमानामा अब अहिलेसम्म त केही भएको छैन भनेपछि अनि आज हिजो त्यो बुवाले अथवा बाजेले भन्नुभयो अनि तिमीले पत्तै हाल्यो, भेरिफाई गर्नु पर्दैन, अलिकति दिमाग लगाउनु पर्दैन, यत्रो दिनबाट हामी खेलिरह्यो भनेको त्यस्तो लजिकल थिङ्किङ क्रिटिकल थिङ्किङ भन्छ क्या त्यसलाई। भेरिफिकेसन गरेर लिने, यत्तिकै कसैले भन्यो भन्दैमा नपत्याउने। फर्स्ट भेरिफाई। दिस इज भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड because YouTube and social media flooded with information, but 90% is wrong information, only maybe 10% real credible information. So this is the thing. So that was another wonderful quality of Naren from his very childhood. So when he grew up to be a young boy, one question came to his mind. उहाँको मनमा एउटा चाहिँ विचार आयो कि मान्छे अब यो हाम्रो त हिन्दू संस्कृतिमा भगवान सबैमा हुन्छ, मान्छेमै हुन्छ, भगवानप्रति आस्था हुन्छ, मान्छेको हुँदैन, आस्था हुन्छ नि त होइन। अनि सबै मन्दिरमा जान्छन्, पूजा गर्छन्, त्यो सबै छ नि त। अनि नरेनलाई पनि मनमा प्रश्न जाग्छ कि भगवान हुनुहुन्छ? यदि हुनुहुन्छ भने त्यसको प्रमाण के छ? कि त कसैले प्रत्यक्ष दर्शन गरेको हुनु पर्यो, कसैले भगवानलाई देखेको हुनु पर्यो, केही न केही त त्यसको त आधार त हुनु पर्यो नि त। सबै मान्छे भगवान हुनुहुन्छ भन्दै भगवानको पछाडि त लागिरहेको छन् होइन। भेड चाल भन्छ नि, भेडा एउटा अगाडिको भेडा जता जान्छ पछाडि सबै लस्करै पछाडि सबै त्यसैको पछि पछि जान्छन् नि त। खुट्टा दुख्यो भने माथि बस्छ, त्यो बेन्चमा बस्छ, केही छैन, बस्नु बेन्चमा बस्नुहुन्छ, केही छैन। खुट्टा दुख्यो भने बेन्चमा बस्छ, पलिटी कसेर बस्न सक्छ भने पलिटी कसेर बस्छ। अनि एकदमै त्यो हुन्छ के, त्यस्तो छ कि हाम्रो त्यो हामीले भेरिफिकेसन भन्ने कुरा त्यस्तो। त्यो नरेनलाई चाहिँ मनमा त्यस्तो प्रश्न जाग्यो, के छ, कसले देखेको छ भगवानले? भगवान हुनुहुन्छ भने त्यसको प्रमाण के हो? अनि ऊ चाहिँ जति गुरु, त्यो जमानाको जति पनि गुरुहरू हुनुहुन्छ होइन, त्यो जमानामा पनि केही गुरुहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो, अहिले पनि चारैतिर गुरुहरू त हुनुहुन्छ होइन। तर नरेनले सोच्यो कि त्यसो पनि म त्यो गुरुहरूलाई गएर सोध्छु कि उहाँहरूले त भगवान हुनुहुन्छ भनेर त भन्नुभएको छ, तर के उहाँहरूले भगवानलाई देख्नु भएको छ त? यदि कुनै गुरुले हो मैले भगवानलाई देखेको छु भनेर भन्नुभयो भने बल्ल पत्याउँछु म होइन। ही सुड बी एबल टु टेल यस आई हेभ सिन गड होइन। अनि उहाँ चाहिँ धेरै गुरुहरूकोमा जानुहुन्छ। त्यो बेलाको धेरै महान महान गुरुहरू हुनुहुन्थ्यो होइन। देवेन्द्रनाथ टेगोर, रविन्द्रनाथ टेगोरको बाबा, रविन्द्रनाथ टेगोरको नाम त सबैलाई थाहा छ होइन। त्यो बेलामा ब्राह्मण समाज थियो, देवेन्द्रनाथ टेगोर त्यसको लिडर हुनुहुन्थ्यो। उहाँलाई गएर सोध्छ, सर तपाईँले भगवानलाई देख्नु भएको छ? यस्तो अचानक सोधेको प्रश्न। अनि उहाँले त एकदम सिधै उत्तर दिन सक्नुहुन्न, तर उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ, हेर बाबु, तिम्रो आँखा चाहिँ एकदमै मेडिटेसन गर्ने मान्छेको जस्तो आँखा हुनुपर्छ, एकदमै योगीको जस्तो आँखा हुन्छ। योगीको आँखा कस्तो हुन्छ? एकदमै योगिक आई भनेको जस्ट लाइक अ लोटस लीफ। विवेकानन्द आए लोटस लीफ, जस्ट लाइक अ लोटस लीफ, इट्स अ बिग आई। अनि your eyes are like yogi's eye. If you meditate, you will realize God. But he could not say, I have seen God. So Naren was not convinced. He was not convinced. किनभने मैले त सोधेको मेरो आँखाको प्रशंसा गर्न त सुन्न त गएको त होइन म। मैले त भने भगवानको दर्शन गर्नुभएको छ कि छैन, गर्नुभएको छ भने त फेरि मलाई एउटा ढाडस हुन्छ कि हो कसैले त भगवानलाई देखेको रहेछ, त्यसकारणले भगवान हुनुहुन्छ भन्ने केही त आधार त पाइन्थ्यो। तर त्यो उत्तर त दिन सक्नुहुन्न उहाँले। उसले नरेनले खोजेको उत्तर त त्यो थियो होइन। अनि अरूहरू पनि धेरै लिडरहरूको मान्छे। अर्को ब्राह्मण समाजको थुप्रै ब्रान्चहरू थियो। अर्को ब्रान्चको लिडर हुनुहुन्थ्यो केशव चन्द्र सेन, वर्ल्ड फेमस हुनुहुन्थ्यो त्यो बेलामा है। अनि केशव चन्द्र सेनलाई गएर पनि सोध्नुहुन्छ, अरूहरू पनि त्यति बेलाको ठुल्ठुलो अब रिलिजियस लिडरहरूलाई गएर सोध्नुहुन्छ, तर कसैले पनि स्ट्रेट आन्सर दिन सक्दैन। यो मनमा प्रश्न त मनमा खट्किरहेको हुन्छ कि भगवान हुनुहुन्छ कि हुनुहुन्न, कसले देखेको छ, को छ, हु इज द रियल टिचर, हु हेज सिन गड एन्ड हु क्यान गाइड मी, होइन। अनि त्यो एक दिन उनको नरेनको क्लास, उहाँ चाहिँ स्कटिस चर्च कलेजको विद्यार्थी हुनुहुन्छ कि कलकत्तामा स्कटिस चर्च कलेज छ, त्यो कलेजको विद्यार्थी हुनुहुन्छ। अनि त्यो कलेजको प्रोफेसर हुनुहुन्थ्यो विलियम हेस्टी। उहाँले एक दिन वर्ड्सवर्थको पोएट्री पढाइरहनु भएको थियो। पोएट्री वर्ड्सवर्थको एक्सकर्सन भन्ने पोएट्री। विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थको नाम सुनेको छैन तिम्रो, म्यानेजमेन्टको विद्यार्थी हो। स्कुलमा थिएन एउटा पनि पोएट्री थिएन होला है। मैले कसै पनि केटाहरूलाई खोइ अब लिट्रेचरकै स्टुडेन्ट हो भने त भन्छन् होला, तर म्यानेजमेन्टको स्टुडेन्टलाई त एसएलसीको भित्रमा त एउटा न एउटा पोएट्री त आउनु पर्ने हो। वर्ड्सवर्थको एउटा पनि रहन्छ, अच्छा केही छैन। त्यो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ भन्ने अङ्ग्रेजी साहित्यको एकजना महान पोएट, ग्रेट पोएट। हाम्रो नेपालमा महाकवि लक्ष्मीप्रसाद देवकोटाहरू भने जस्तो कि जस्तो भए चाहिँ महान एकजना चाहिँ कवि हुनुहुन्थ्यो। हिज नेम वाज विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ। उहाँको एउटा कविता छ, दि एक्सकर्सन भन्ने कविता छ। फेरि खुट्टा दुख्यो भने एकछिन गएर माथि बस्दा हुन्छ। त्यो एक्सकर्सन भन्ने कविता, त्यो कवितामा एउटा ट्रान्स भन्ने शब्द हुन्छ। ट्रान्स भनेको नेपालीमा अनुवाद गर्दाखेरि समाधि भन्दा हुन्छ। नियरेस्ट ट्रान्सलेसन, समाधिको नियरेस्ट इङ्ग्लिस ट्रान्सलेसन इज ट्रान्स, होइन। त्यो ट्रान्स भन्ने शब्द आउँछ कि। अनि त्यो शब्दको मिनिङ एक्सप्लेन गर्ने क्रममा होइन प्रोफेसर विलियम हेस्टीले भन्नुहुन्छ, आजको दिनमा यो अवस्था प्राप्त गरेको व्यक्ति देख्न गाह्रो छ। यस्तो समाधि अवस्था प्राप्त गरेको मान्छे आजको दिनमा भेटिँदैन। तर दक्षिणेश्वरमा एकजना गुरु हुनुहुन्छ रामकृष्ण परमहंस, उहाँलाई यो अवस्था प्राप्त हुन्छ। यो अवस्था प्राप्त गरेको, यो एक्सपिरियन्स गरेको व्यक्ति हुनुहुन्छ दक्षिणेश्वरमा। त्यहाँ गएर उहाँसित भेट्यो भने चाहिँ यो शब्दको ठिक अर्थ बुझ्न सकिन्छ भनेर चाहिँ उहाँले भन्नुहुन्छ। त्यसपछि अब नरेन दक्षिणेश्वरमा जान्छन्। बट हिज स्ट्रेट क्वेसन विल बी, सर हेभ यु सिन गड, सर हेभ यु सिन गड, त्यो क्वेसन हुन्छ। डिड यु गेट द्याट आन्सर? टिल देन नो। नो टिचर, नो रिलिजियस टिचर कुड आन्सर, yes, I have seen God. But when he goes to Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar and he asks this question to Sri Ramakrishna, sir, have you seen God? Straight answer, spontaneously. उत्तिखेरै के भन्नुहुन्छ श्री रामकृष्णले? Yes, I have seen God. And I see God more intensely than I see you. हो, मैले भगवानको दर्शन गरेको छु, मैले भगवानलाई देखेको छु, र मैले भगवानलाई जति स्पष्टतासहित तिमीलाई देखिरहेको छु त्यो भन्दा पनि बढी स्पष्टतासहित, अझै स्पष्ट रूपमा, अझै क्लियरली, अझै इन्टेन्सली I see God. Understand the meaning of this? I see God more intensely than I see you. So God is to me more real than you people. So that is emphatic and very spontaneous and emphatic answer, which impressed Naren at once. Immediately he was impressed because Sri Ramakrishna did not think even for a fraction of second to answer this question. Immediately, spontaneously, he said, "Yes, I see God more intensely." So that impressed Naren. Then he started frequenting Dakshineshwar more often. दक्षिणेश्वर अब नरेनको होइन आउने जाने क्रम सुरु भयो and Naren started testing Sri Ramakrishna because Naren is not a person who will accept everything just by this thing. Simply somebody Sri Ramakrishna claimed, I have seen God, okay, it impressed me, but I want to watch him for a long time and I want to see each and every aspect of his character. Then only I will fully accept. But at least now I have some credibility. Because nobody could answer this question. He answered very spontaneously. Then he started going to Dakshineshwar and he started learning under the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna said that once he was in deep samadhi, Sri Ramakrishna said about Narendra, once in my deep meditation, I went to another world, some other kind of strange world. अखण्डको घरमा म पुगेँ. I went to strange world where 7 sages were meditating. Not I. उहाँले यसो भन्नु भएन. उहाँले कसरी भन्नुभयो भने once I was in deep meditation and in my vision I saw one small boy, small child, not boy, one small child, small baby. He went to some realm which is indivisible, undivided. The things are not divided there. You cannot distinguish between one thing and another. सबै एकात्म भाव छ, अखण्ड छ. त्यो अखण्डको संसारमा म पुगेँ. अखण्ड इज अ भेरी फिलोसफिकल एक्सप्रेसन. भेरी फिलोसफिकल बट भेरी यो एउटा बिम्बात्मक रूपमा यो चाहिँ एक्सप्रेसन छ. म त्यो अखण्डको घरमा पुगेँ जहाँ सबै प्योर कन्सियसनेस ओन्ली प्रिभेल्स. म भन्नाले एउटा चाइल्ड, वान बेबी. आई स वान बेबी गोज टु द realm of indivisible world where you cannot distinguish. It is a pure consciousness world of, be attentive here, hello, be attentive, world of pure consciousness, the realm of pure consciousness, undivided. Just like you have a lump of gold, can you count it? It is shapeless, is it not? It's a lump of gold. But if you convert it into ornaments, then you can count it. You have a name, you have form, then you can divide it. Like it's the same gold, but in a molten state. It is undivided. No, distinctly you cannot see any name and form. So this child goes to that kind of realm of pure consciousness, of indivisible, undivided world. That child goes. It's a vision of Ramakrishna. And then slowly that child sees that this pure consciousness takes the form of 7 sages. That pure consciousness, as if the gold is taking now shape of different ornaments, kind of thing. Example. So now this pure consciousness this child realizes this pure consciousness is taking the form of 7 sages, but still not very distinct. And all the 7 sages are deeply merged into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Deeply merged. They're in a deep Samadhi, state of deep Samadhi. Then Sri Ramakrishna goes to one of the sages. He goes to one of the sages and tells him, I am going, please come with me. You also come behind me. I am going, you also come behind me. That is the vision of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna says that that small baby who went to that realm of undivided consciousness was he himself, Sri Ramakrishna. That baby was Sri Ramakrishna himself. And he said, I am going to be born as a human being. That was the meaning. And he told that, who was that sage to whom he said, you also come behind me? Out of the 7 sages, to one sage he said. Who was that one sage? There were 7 sages. That particular sage was Naren, Swami Vivekananda. He was one of the 7 Saptarshi Mandal ko ek rishi. Naren, Swami Vivekananda, future Vivekananda. That is the vision of Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna was born immediately. Okay, but afterward, when Naren was born, Sri Ramakrishna came to know immediately when he was born in Simulia as a son of Vishwanath Datta and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. Sri Ramakrishna, he had a vision. Oh, he has now come, he has taken birth. Naren, whom I told you come behind me, he has taken birth. That was the vision of Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna verifies all these things, whether he is the same Naren or not. He touches Naren. And Naren goes into a kind of deep samadhi kind of things. But he will, he is unconscious kind of thing, Naren. That time Sri Ramakrishna asked Naren, are you the same sage that says Saptarshi Mandal ko Nara Rupi Narayan? Narayan, that sage is Narayan, Nara Rishi. In the 7 Saptarshi Mandal, Nara Rishi also is there, Narayan Rishi also is there. So he is, but all are forms of Narayan. So he is the Nara Rishi. So he will represent human being on earth. Whatever problems we have, he will represent that. He will play the part of a human being. And Sri Ramakrishna will play the part of Narayana, Lord Vishnu. So Naren will have question and Sri Ramakrishna will answer it. Same thing happened in the Bhagavad Gita time. When Lord Krishna was born, he was a Narayana himself. But Arjun, you know the story of Mahabharata. In Mahabharata, Lord Krishna is the Narayana and Arjuna is Nara Rishi. Took avatar as Arjuna and Sri Krishna. Now in modern age, Sri Ramakrishna is saying, Naren is that Nara Rishi and Sri Ramakrishna is Narayana. In Mahabharata you will find Arjuna had problem, he asked Sri Krishna, and Bhagavad Gita is born. Bhagavad Gita janme ki janme na Krishna Arjunलाई समस्या भयो कि भएन युद्धको मैदानमा. He could not face that challenge, is it not? Then he had a great problem. He had a kind of a, Arjun had a kind of a nervous breakdown. Then he approaches Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Krishna. And in the battlefield, Sri Krishna gives the whole Bhagavad Gita teachings. And not only problem of Nara Rishi, that is Arjuna, is solved, the problem is of entire mankind is solved through Bhagavad Gita. Sri Krishna answered the problem of entire human being, human world. Whatever problems we will have answered in the Bhagavad Gita. Similarly, the same Lord reincarnated as Ramakrishna, and same Nara Rishi reincarnated as Swami Vivekananda. That is the vision of Ramakrishna. And now you have to understand Swami Vivekananda from that spiritual perspective. And when Ramakrishna touches Naren, when he visits, first time he touches and tries to put him into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Ramakrishna. But Naren is not ready that time. He finds that whole world is vanishing into nothingness. Sunya. Anjani Buddhism, Sunya. Everything is vanishing into nothingness. Finally, his individual ego, that I-ness, that was also about to vanish into nothingness. And he cries out in fear that time, oh sir, what are you doing? I have parents at my home. Because he thought my individuality is also vanishing into nothingness, means I am going to die. So that time he cries out. Then Sri Ramakrishna touches him again, second time, and says, okay, rest it now. Time has not come. You are not ready to accept this Samadhi. You are not ready to accept this Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So let it rest now. Later on you will get it. Then another time Sri Ramakrishna touches him. Then immediately Naren goes into unconscious kind of state. So he will not know anything. But Sri Ramakrishna asks him, are you the same sage whom I told to come along with me or behind me? Then he answers everything, yes, I am the same sage of that seven sages, world of seven sages, Saptarshi Mandal. He answers all the questions. So automatically Sri Ramakrishna verifies, oh, he is the same person, he is the same sage of Saptarshi Mandal. Then like that. But Narayan also is confused to some extent. What is this? This person just touches me, because Narayan had very great willpower. And you cannot influence a person who has a great willpower. One thing you should remember, if you don't have very great willpower, then anybody can influence you very easily. Easily they can influence you. They can emotionally blackmail you. A person without good willpower will be very easily, he can be emotionally blackmailed, or he can go into some kind of state which is not a very good, healthy sign. You may call it spiritual or whatever. But if you have a very good willpower, very strong willpower, nobody can hypnotize you. A person who can hypnotize cannot hypnotize a person with a very good willpower. Strong willpower, the hypnotizer even cannot hypnotize. So Naren thought, I have such a strong willpower, such a kind of thing, and this person just he touches me and he can do whatever he like. So I will be very careful next time. So next time again he touches and again he is like that. So Naren that time he could not understand. But he thinks it is something, this person is not ordinary person. Because I am not a person with a weak willpower. I have a very strong willpower, and he is able to influence me. Means he is something different. So these things go on. And Naren also keeps on testing Sri Ramakrishna. For example, Sri Ramakrishna cannot touch metal. And money, that time, coins, money, currency was made of metal. Nowadays, currency is made of paper. But those days, currency is made of gold or silver or bronze or like that kind of material. Are you not attentive? If you are not feeling well, you can go outside and sit down. Those who are attentive, they will sit inside. If all of you are not means feeling tired, you can go and sit outside. I will record the whole thing alone here and I will send you the record. You can take rest outside. Otherwise, be attentive. Class will go up to 6 o'clock. Class will go up to 6 o'clock. You have to be attentive. If you are not feeling attentive or if you are feeling tired or thirsty, or you can go outside and sit. If all of you go also, no problem. My class will go on. Clear? I will record the whole thing and send it to you. I will put it in the YouTube and then it will go to you all. You will get the whole recording. Afterward, I will take photographs also. Don't worry for that also. Clear? If you are interested, if you have come only for the formality, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Whole thing will get, and at the end, for formality, I will take photograph also. Otherwise, if you are sitting, be attentive. Clear? But there is no compulsion. The class will be, whole thing will be recorded. I don't need any person to sit here to continue my class. Okay, so just remember. Otherwise, be attentive. Class will continue up to 6 o'clock. Another 1 hour and almost 10 minutes. 1 hour, 10-15 minutes, it will continue. Okay, if you are not feeling well, you can go outside and sit. I will not mind. Clear? But don't sitting here and then dozing, that will distract me. But if you go out quietly, I will not mind. That doesn't matter. So whatever it may be. So Sri Ramakrishna, so Swami Vivekananda also tested Sri Ramakrishna. How he tested Sri Ramakrishna? Like Sri Ramakrishna could not touch money. He could not touch money in the sense he could not touch coin because it is made of metal. Because Sri Ramakrishna renounced metal or money, currency, thinking it is equivalent to a lump of clay. It has no significance in human life. It cannot give human being, real this thing. So he renounced. After renouncing currency, coin, metal, Sri Ramakrishna could not touch metal. If he touched, he would feel like a burning sensation, as if live charcoal is placed on his palm. Then how he will react? Somebody, suppose you step into, sometimes once it happened to me, Pashupatinath, sometimes inside Pashupatinath temple, some people after burning incense, they will throw here and there on the ground. So one day, unknowingly, I stepped into that kind of this charcoal type of thing, burned this thing, live, burning this agarbatti. Then immediately I jumped. So this will happen. So that kind of reaction Sri Ramakrishna used to have if he touched coin, money. He could not touch currency, metal. So, but Vivekananda thought, Naren, he might be pretending. Dongi. He may be pretending. So, he wants to verify whether he is pretending or whether he is pretending or it is real. If you want to drink water outside, you can go drink water and come back. Outside that glass also is put. Or there is one bottle, you can fill the bottle, drink water and then That bottle is there. So, one day when Sri Ramakrishna is not in the room, he has gone outside to answer the call of nature or whatever. Then that time, under his bed sheet, he puts that coin. It is not seen. Sri Ramakrishna comes. As soon as he sits on his bed, immediately he jumps. Because, see, he has not seen. In his absence, without anybody's knowledge, Anushka, if somebody is sitting in outside, you can tell the somebody to sit inside and sit. So, Naren understands. He is watching from a distance. What will be his reaction? So, like that, he tested him several times. And Sri Ramakrishna also tested. And Sri Ramakrishna told, you should test a sadhu during a day and during a night. Because during the day, everybody is sadhu. But during the night, the real person, real character comes out. In an allegorical way, I am telling you. Huh? Metaphorical, metaphor, kind of. During the day, everybody is a sadhu. But during the night, a real person's real character comes out, is revealed. So Sri Ramakrishna told, taste a sadhu during the day and during the night. Then only believe him. A real sadhu is sadhu during the day, during the night. Means in his public life also he is a sadhu. In his private life, when nobody is watching, even that time also he is a sadhu. Then only he is a real sadhu. In public life, in a public stage, everybody can pretend to be a great person. Anybody can pretend to be a god. Great face, great something like that. But watch him when in private, while he is doing small kind of insignificant, small, everyday household chores kind of things, when he is cooking, when he is sweeping the floor, you go and watch his, see his room, everywhere. That is a real person's character he should be great in every aspect. So that is the meaning. Sri Ramakrishna said, not only a stage managed, a sadhu managed, stage management kind of stage managed sadhu kind of thing. Watch a sadhu during the day, during the night, in his private life, public life, he is sadhu, no doubt. Is it not? Even if there is anger, he will hide it. He will seem to be kind of great, calm in mind. But watch him in private also, in every aspect of his life. That is Ramakrishna said. Swamiji, that is why whenever he tested, Ramakrishna never got angry. He was very happy. Test. Then only believe. And Ramakrishna also tested. But immediately he verified everything. So this Naren he learned at the feet of Ramakrishna at Dakshineswar. Clear? He learned so many lessons, spiritual lessons, how to meditate, all these things. He trained, Ramakrishna trained Naren in every aspect of spiritual life. Whole thing is there in the, if you read complete works of Swami Vivekananda, and if you are feeling thirsty or little this thing, you drink water and come back and sit. I will not mind. See, I will not mind. There's no problem. And then, and Swami Vivekananda, he learned meditation and what is spiritual life, and every aspect of it. Okay. Then Swami Vivekananda, that time what happens, his father passes away. And his father was such a person, he never saved for future. He was, because he was a very senior advocate kind of person, like that, very high post in the Supreme Court or whatever, High Court, whatever. And so he used to earn lots of money, but he used to distribute and spend, and not in a bad thing, but to distribute among poor people, needy, and then family life going on. And very aristocrat kind of his house, very aristocrat, like a rich person's house, like that. So everything was there, but he did not save for future. So he was earning and spending, getting and spending. Clear? But as soon as, so Narayan and his other this thing, they never felt. Then what happens? When he passes away, all of a sudden, Narayan finds that there is nothing to eat also. Because now salary will not come, earning will not be there, he has not saved. And even his uncles, they betrayed him regarding property and all these things. So all of a sudden, from very good, a rich family kind of, from, he is now in a very poor state of, so, like a very poor person, like that. Poverty stricken, that kind of situation, he falls into that kind of situation. Then what happens? So he is in trouble, but he goes to Dakshineshwar. At home, he tells his mother, today I have outside invitation. Why? Because he is thinking that if I do not eat, food is not there. Even for 2 meals a day is not now available. So if I don't eat, at least my other brother or sister, somebody else can. So he was the eldest brother, but other my brother, sisters, mother, they can eat. So at least I will not eat, so that others can take to their fill, like that. They can take full stomach. So he is telling, today I have invitation with my friend, so I will not take. Like that, he is without eating, he is going, sacrificing, you see, that unselfish attitude. And but great trouble now, how to manage. He is not getting any job. He goes from place to place. Everywhere he goes, but he doesn't get any job also. Very poor state. Then he goes in, one day he goes to Sri Ramakrishna and he tells, clear? One day he goes to Sri Ramakrishna and he tells, please pray to Mother Kali, because Sri Ramakrishna was a great devotee of Mother Kali. So he says, please pray to Mother Kali for me, so that my financial condition will be better. At least I will get 2 meals a day, 2 square meals a day. All right, like that. So Sri Ramakrishna says, I cannot pray to Mother for these kind of things, for worldly things, worldly material things. I cannot pray to Divine Mother, but I will give you word. You go and you can sit there. You go and pray. Then Divine Mother will listen to your prayer and she will grant whatever you ask from him. That guarantee I will give. That guarantee I can give. I will directly not go and pray to Divine Mother for these worldly things, but you go and pray and Divine Mother will listen to answer your prayer. So that much guarantee I can give. So Naren says, okay, I will go to the Divine Mother. There is a temple of Divine Mother in Dakshineshwar. This side is his room, Ramakrishna's living room, a bedroom, whatever, living room. And that side, Divine Mother Kali temple is there. Dakshineshwar, famous Kali temple is there. So now, just here in the same campus, same compound. So Naren goes to Kali temple, Divine Mother temple. Then as soon as he goes there, he forgets about his worldly problem. His worldly problem he will forget. Why he has gone to pray? To pray for improvement in financial condition, is it not? But as soon as he goes to temple, in front of Divine Mother is standing, he forgets everything. All his worldly problems gone, forgets. And he prays to Divine Mother, "Oh Mother, give me knowledge, give me discrimination." Nepali mein bhanchu म, because these things exactly you cannot translate into English. हे माता, हे जगत जननी, मलाई विवेक, वैराग्य, ज्ञान, bhakti. Vivek means power of discrimination or discernment. Vivek, vairagya, power of detachment, pure devotion to you and spiritual knowledge. Give me Vivek, vairagya and Gyan, bhakti. He does not pray for anything else because he forgot. And he goes to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna asks him, did you pray to improve your financial condition? He says, oh, I forgot everything. What did you pray for? I prayed for Vivek, Vairagya, Gyan and Bhakti. Vivek, Vairagya, Gyan and Bhakti. If you pray for, then you will become a Bhikshuk. Your financial condition, how it will? Lord Buddha had everything. Everything, is it not? He was a king, he was a prince. Is it a crown prince? Is it not? What he did? That time, Vivek, Vairagya, Gyan, Bhakti, these things he possessed all of a sudden. He possessed Vivek, Vairagya, Gyan, Bhakti, these things. Immediately he renounced the world and went to forest. So if you have Vivek, Vairagya, Gyan and Bhakti, you will not earn money. What you will do? You will give up everything and go to forest and meditate. So that is the thing. What Naren is asking, he has gone to ask for money. But he is asking just the opposite thing. He has gone to ask for worldly material things. But when he stands in front of the Divine Mother, he forgets everything. All problem he will forget. And he will ask from the Divine Mother, give me Vivek, Vairagya. Vivek means power of discrimination between what is permanent and what is impermanent. What is eternal substance, which is God Himself, and what is impermanent, anitya. Nitya, nitya, vastu, vichar. So what is impermanent? This whole world is impermanent. One day it will. Even this whole universe, after some years, crores of years, some years means, it will go to, is it not? This universe will, one day will not be there. Expansion and it will contract. Contraction will happen. Is it not? It will go to kind of this thing. So, This whole universe is anitya. So to discriminate that power is called viveka. Vairagya, power of detachment. Give me power of detachment. If you only know this is impermanent, this is permanent, eternal substance, only God, but all these worldly things impermanent, then what will happen? You may not be able to give up impermanent, but if you have Vairagya, power of detachment, you will immediately give up and go. And Gyan Bhakti. Result will be Gyan and Bhakti. Like that. So he asked for them. He comes to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna says, oh, you wanted to ask for money, but you forgot. Go immediately and ask this time, because you have come to ask for money, financial, this thing, improvement. And again you go, second time. Second time Naren goes, stands in front of the Divine Mother, forgets everything. The touch of divine, it is like that. For example, a small child, thousands of problems outside, is it not? Is crying, is that small child is crying, is it not? Have you noticed? Small baby is crying. This person will hold him, he will not stop crying. Another person will hold, no, it will not stop crying. As soon as mother takes him to her lap, the baby stops crying. Have you not noticed this thing? So child, all the problem he forgot when he is at mother's lap. Is it not? This we can see in worldly, this thing also. Naren also. He had thousands of problems. But as soon as he goes to Divine Mother and stands in front of her, forgets everything. Just like small, that kind of baby. And he asked for what? Oh mother, give me viveka, give me vairagya, give me gyan, give me bhakti. Second time also he forgets. Comes to Sri Ramakrishna's room. Sri Ramakrishna asks again, did you ask this time for these things, financial improvement? No, I forgot. As soon as I went to Divine Mother's temple, stood in front of her, I forgot everything. Nothing was in my mind. Then Sri Ramakrishna told, go again, third time. Third time I am sending you. Don't miss this chance. This is the last chance. This is the last chance. Don't miss this chance. Go again and without mistake, without forgetting, ask for worldly things, means this financial improvement. Ask this time for financial improvement. Go again. Then he goes, remembers, he stands in front of the Divine Mother, just there, folded hands. He even remembers that what for he has come to Divine Mother. But he cannot ask. He feels that I am standing in front of Divine Mother, who is a Raja Rajeshwari, who is the Queen, Empress of the whole universe, not only one small state or one nation, one country. She is the Empress of the whole universe. And coming in front of this Raja Rajeshwari, Empress of the whole universe, and then asking for such insignificant things, only to improve some kind of financial condition. She can give me liberation. Just like a king, if you go to the king, and king is very happy and says, what do you want? Please ask. Please give me a piece of pumpkin. You will do like that. Huh? Will you say, oh king, thank you so much. I have I want a piece of pumpkin, please give me. What will happen? What will the people sitting around, what will they say? Will they not laugh? What kind of foolish person is this? He is standing in before king and he can give whatever he wants. All the wealth is there, and this fellow is asking for a piece of pumpkin, asking for worldly possession, worldly things. Coming to Divine Mother is like that, asking for a piece of pumpkin from a king. And she is the queen, empress of the whole universe. And she can give me liberation, moksha. She can give me Buddhahood. And I am asking for this such a insignificant. I have come here to ask for such insignificant things. And he is full of shame. Then he will say, no, O Divine Mother, I do not want anything. I do not want anything. I don't want money. I don't want any other thing. I don't want name, fame, money, this, that. I don't want all these things. Worldly possessions, I don't want. I want only pure devotion at your lotus feet. I want only viveka, only vairagya, only pure devotion at your lotus feet. I don't want anything else. Then he goes to, after this prayer, he goes to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna asks, this, did you ask this time for the financial improvement? He says, no, I remembered, but I could not. Such a insignificant things to ask from Divine Mother, who can give me liberation, who can give me moksha, who can give me ultimate fulfillment. And to ask for such insignificant things, I could not do that. Please forgive me. Then Sri Ramakrishna says, I knew you cannot ask. That is why I sent you. I knew you cannot ask for worldly things. You are not born for worldly enjoyment. You are not born for enjoying the world. You have come to this world with some definite purpose. You have come to this world. So, I know worldly enjoyment, worldly pleasure, worldly life is not for you, but still I myself will bless you that your family will not suffer for bare necessities of life. They will get 2 square meal a day, may not be very luxurious food, but simple plain food and plain clothes, may not be very costly, highly branded, may not be like that, but plain food and plain clothing, your family will not suffer for that. That blessing I will give you. That Sri Ramakrishna himself blesses. This is also Sri Ramakrishna's testing Narendra. What he wants. Second time, again Sri Ramakrishna, another time also he tests Narendra. He says, I have practiced spiritual discipline for years together, more than 1200 years. Sri Ramakrishna practiced intense spiritual discipline. So Sri Ramakrishna says, I have practiced spiritual discipline for long 12 years. I have acquired so much of supernatural powers. You are my disciple. If you ask, I can give you whatever you want. All this supernatural power, I can give you. What is this supernatural power? The 8 supernatural power. If you get that, you can walk over the water. You can fly in the air, sky. You can become so small that nobody will, you will be invisible, you can become invisible. Or you can become so big. All these, so many kinds of the supernatural, altogether 8. Hmm? These kind of, you will become like a Superman kind of, that in TV they are showing some kind of Superman, is it not? Or that one Shaktiman or something kind like that. That kind of supernatural knowledge of power you will get. So I have, after practicing all these things, I have got so much of power. If you want, I will give you. Then Naren asks Ramakrishna, can I realize God if I accept all the supernatural power? Through those supernatural powers, can I get God? Can I realize God? Then Sri Ramakrishna says, no. This will distract you from the path of God realization, because after getting supernatural power, you will some kind of ego, is it not? You can become famous, this, that, and if you are not pure enough, you may even misuse it to your benefit and to trouble others. So many things can happen, is it not? It is a distraction. Supernatural power may be good for worldly this thing, but to realize God, it is a distraction. It will deviate you from the path of God realization. So, Krishna says, no, you cannot realize God. Rather, it is a hindrance in the path of God realization. So, Naren says, I don't want. It is of no use to me. I don't want these supernatural powers. Please keep it with you. Ramakrishna says, I was testing you. You have given up supernatural power. It's not such an easy thing. Getting all the supernatural power, is it so easy to give up? Who doesn't want? If you get one supernatural power, then you can do so many wonders. Is it not? But Naren says, no, I don't want, because it is not going to help me to realize God. Rather, it is a hindrance. It will deviate me from that path. So I don't want this supernatural power. Sri Ramakrishna is very happy because he has this vairagya. So he asked from Divine Mother, Gyan, Bhakti, Vivek, Vairagya. Naren has Vivek. That is why he is Vivekananda, because he is having Vivek. So he could understand these supernatural powers are impermanent things. God is the permanent thing. And it will be a hindrance kind of thing in my path of God realization. So he gives up. It needs a great that power of vairagya, detachment, and viveka, and knowledge and devotion. Then only you can give up this supernatural power. Otherwise, you can. Even little fame, little name, little award in college also you can understand to become president or little this thing. How much people are fighting now for this World Cup award? I am also watching, by the way. For this World Cup, to get that World Cup, how much people are fighting, is it not? And supernatural power means far more, means it is far more valuable, something like if you have supernatural power, you can every year you can get World Cup, is it not? So you can apply it anywhere, is it not? How much people are fighting for small power, getting power, is it not? Political power, this power, that power. Then to give up is not so easy. It needs tremendous power of discrimination and detachment. So Ramakrishna is happy. Unless you have that tremendous power of discrimination and detachment, you cannot realize God. You cannot realize God. That you should understand. Anybody running after power cannot realize God. So Naren passed that test also. So like that, it is going on in Dakshineshwar. So many incidents, I cannot tell everything in this one class, but I will give you this book afterward. Here, short life of Swami Vivekananda also is there, teaching also is there. Just continuing. Then Ramakrishna in 1885, from August or something like that, month of August or like that, 1885, slowly he is having this kind of disease. Something happens in his throat, some kind of small wound, but later on it is proved to be malignant. It is like a cancer. Cancer. So it is proved. So for that cancer treatment, what happens? All his disciples together, they think that Dakshineshwar is not a suitable place. He needs more open place, and also in such a location where all the disciples can easily come and visit and serve him. So they take one garden house in Kasipur, a little away from Dakshineshwar, maybe 6-7 kilometers away, 5 6 4 5 kilometers away from, like it is here, maybe in Koteshwar, something like that. And in Kasipur garden house, big garden house, big room, open room, full of airy ventilation and all these things, sufficient space, and outside also sufficient space. That room is rented, and some rich devotees, they will pay for that rent. So, and in that Kasipur also, so much of teachings going on, and then finally 1886 comes, 1st January. That time Ramakrishna blesses everybody. 1st January 1886, around 4 o'clock in the evening, he blesses everyone with spiritual enlightenment. Whosoever comes to him, without any distinction, everyone he blesses. That day is celebrated nowadays as Kalpataru. And like that, it happens. Naren, all his disciples, they are serving Ramakrishna, but spiritual matter also going on. Spiritual talks also going on. Ramakrishna is constantly, even though he was suffering from cancer, not very comfortable to speak for long, still he was speaking, giving spiritual knowledge to each and everyone, and he was talking, giving spiritual guidance to those who came there, hundreds of this thing, more and more people. And Naren also is there serving day and night, his guru. And then finally what happens? The day for Mahasamadhi. In Buddhism it is called Mahaparinirvan. Lord Buddha, Kushinagar, Mahaparinirvan, like that. It approaches. Clear? Then Naren says, now it is time. If I don't get realization, God realization, when Ramakrishna is living, then after his passing away, our whole life is wasted. When such a great Guru, who can by mere touch, can give his highest spiritual realization to anyone and everyone, if we don't get this one while he is living, then our life is useless. Is it? It is a wasted. So he tells this thing to all his brother disciples also, Guru Bhai. And they intense spiritual practice, all they do. And Naren goes to Sri Ramakrishna. Please give me realization. Give me realization. Ramakrishna says, what do you want? I want to merge constantly in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Fully merge into Supreme Brahman, Supreme Truth. Only in a while, maybe after 4 or 5 days, continuously merge in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, no outer consciousness, for days together, and after maybe 4 or 5 days, I will come down to normal state of mind, take little food to maintain my physical body, and then immediately go into Nirvikalpa Samadhi and then remain there for another 4 or 5 days. Again come down and take a little food or little milk, whatever, just to maintain physical body. You need some food. And then again like that continuously I want to merge into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Ramakrishna scolds him. I thought you will become like a big banyan tree under whose shade thousands and thousands of suffering people will take shelter. Just like when a person is walking, when there is so much of in the summer season, summer season when the temperature is around 40 or something like that, and you are walking and then all of a sudden you get on the way one big banyan tree, how you will feel? Huh? Peace of mind, is it not? And you will rest there for some time and shade will be there. Like that kind of banyan tree will be in this scorching. This world also is like the worldly life is like a life where is scorching, under the scorching sun. People are suffering from so many different kinds of problems. But we do not know others' problem. People are suffering. Nowadays, you can understand. You see what incidents are happening. Small things, but big, all of a sudden, drastic kind of a decision people take. So it is not that moment's decision. Because people have so many problems. And then finally, small thing triggers it. Like, in English, there is a proverb saying, a straw, the last straw that fell the camel's back. Have you heard these idioms in English? The last straw that fell the camel's back. Means that straw, paral, you put to the camel to load, is especially in Rajasthan, like that desert type, that they are mainly camel, is it not? So you have put lots of straw and loaded it with so much of straw that camel is still standing, and you think that it can carry something more, and you just one straw you put, immediately that camel falls. It cannot carry that load. Is that the last straw that fell the camel's back? No, already he is loaded with so much of this thing. So people are loaded with so much of trouble in this life. We need some shelter. That shelter is spirituality. So Sri Ramakrishna said, you will become like that shelter, like a big banyan tree. When there is a scorching sun and people are walking under that time it will give shelter, a shade, calmness. You will become that kind of spiritual teacher, working for the welfare of the whole world. And you are talking like a selfish person. I want to stay in Nirvikalpa Samadhi for days together, and only for some time I will come down and take little food, again Nirvikalpa Samadhi. No. That is not for you. You are already merged in Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I brought you here for some greater purpose of life. I will give you greater than that state of mind, greater state, greater realization, where you will feel that the whole world is nothing but God. All the jivas, all the creatures, all human beings, animals, everywhere you will see God and God and God alone. Not only God inside you, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, you realize God inside you. But in your own, your own real nature, is it not? Atman. But I will give you a state of mind where you will see God everywhere, in all creatures. That state of mind I will give you. And then you will serve all the creatures as God Himself. and give them spiritual knowledge. God will come to you in so many forms. God will come to you maybe as a sick person. How to worship Him? Not with flowers and incense stick. Serve Him with medicine, is it not? He comes to you as a student. Serve Him with knowledge. So in whatever forms, God comes to you in so many different ways. God comes to you as a suffering human being. Give Him some solace. And the best of all solace, that is the spiritual knowledge. If you have spiritual knowledge, all your problems will be solved. That is what Lord Buddha also said. So, Ramakrishna said, you will be like that. You will realize God in every human being. That is what, in modern days, much later, Mahakavi Lakshmi Prasad Devkata also told. Where you will go, which temple, serve human being. We did not say Kun Mandir mein. Is the same meaning. That song has the very similar meaning. So Sri Ramakrishna said, you will be like that big banyan tree. I will give you realization. First settle all the problems at home and come. Because after realization you cannot do anything. You will be only serving, living for others only. So like that, one day comes, a few days or a few weeks before, Naren will have realization in that Kasipur garden house. He is sitting there under one tree and then meditating. Then he goes into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. He realizes his real nature. He becomes Buddha, awakened. Buddha means actually awakened. Now the Buddha word has become synonymous with Siddhartha Gautam. But actually Lord Buddha means, Lord Buddha now we know as only Siddhartha Gautam. But Buddha actually is impersonal actually. It is not a personal, a word to qualify a particular person. It is an impersonal word. Awakened, you can also become Buddha. Everybody has to become a Buddha. Then only your problem will be solved. Is it not? Then he realizes that supreme truth, goes into deep Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Then one of his brother disciples, he is seeing that he is afraid. He goes to Sri Ramakrishna and says, Naren, he passed away, he died. Because no sign of living being when you are in deep Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Even your breathing you will not feel. You do like this, you touch here, you will not feel the heartbeat, like that kind of thing, state of mind. Then he says, Naren died. Sri Ramakrishna knows. He's there sleeping in his, sitting in his bed, death bed. But he knows, he tells, no. He was asking for it for so many days or months. Now I have given him that highest realization. Don't worry. So afterward, Naren comes to ordinary state of mind, and then he goes straight to Sri Ramakrishna. He does Sastanga Pranam, prostration. Means he falls flat, he falls on the ground, just like us. Dandavat Pranam, on a stick, like that Dandavat Pranam. Sastanga Dandavat Pranam he does to his Guru, Sri Ramakrishna, Naren. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, now Mother has shown you everything. That treasure is now open to you. Treasure of that immense spiritual knowledge. That is now open to you. So this is, now you have to do Mother's work. You cannot merge into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. You have seen the truth. You have realized the truth. Now you have to work for Divine Mother. You have come for that purpose. For the welfare of the whole world, you have to work. Not only for India, not only for Nepal, not only for South Asia, for the whole world, for the whole humankind. Because spiritual knowledge human beings need. Animals do not need spiritual knowledge. You give little food, little shelter, it's enough for them. Giving food and shelter is not enough for human being, is it not? So he says, the key to this treasure house will remain with me, and I will open it to you from time to time. Sometime I will open it to you. Otherwise, it will not remain open for all the time. Because if it is open for all the time, and if you enter into that treasure house, that Nirvikalpa Samadhi, then you cannot do mother's work. So then after that, and Naren also, it happens like that. Then just 3 days before, and this Naren, he is having one question in his mind. Because Ramakrishna told several times that he who came to this earth as Rama and again as Krishna in this modern day, in this Kali Yuga, he has come as Ramakrishna in this body, pointing to his body. Sri Ramakrishna said, जो राम भएर आउनु भएको थियो, जो कृष्ण भएर आउनु भएको थियो, उहाँ नै आजको यो कलियुगमा मोडर्न डेमा रामकृष्ण भएर यो शरीरभित्र लीला गरिरहनु भएको छ भनेर श्री रामकृष्णले भन्नुभयो। भन्ने बित्तिकै त विश्वास गर्ने मान्छे त नरेन त होइन, होइन। श्री रामकृष्ण त एकदम त्यो बेलामा 3 दिन उहाँको महासमाधि हुनभन्दा, शरीर त्याग गर्नुभन्दा 3 दिन अगाडि बोल्न पनि नसक्ने अवस्था थियो, लास्ट स्टेज अफ क्यान्सर। He will survive only 3 days more. That time this idea, this thought crosses Naren's mind. He told me several times that he is God incarnate, who came as Rama, who came as Krishna, has come again as Ramakrishna. But I will believe now he is not able to get up and sit properly. He cannot speak. He is very weak, reduced to only skeleton. And then, in this severe condition, if he says that, repeats the same thing, then I will believe. He is not uttering it outside. Naren is only thinking inside. Immediately, Sri Ramakrishna gathers all the energy somehow with a very feeble voice, with great difficulty. Then he smiles and tells Naren, still now you have this doubt. Now listen to me, I will repeat it again. He who came as Rama, he who came as Krishna in this modern age, inside this body, has come as Ramakrishna. Then Naren will believe. Then Naren will believe. Because he is only, it is the idea is crossing his mind only. He has not even uttered the words. Ramakrishna is answering this. Then you understand how he knows everything. What I am thinking, that also he knows. Then Naren that time believes. And after 3 days, Sri Ramakrishna passes away. Then cremation, all these things. After that, now the whole responsibility falls on the shoulder of Narendranath Datta to organize all the brother disciples. Then what happens? They take, because this house is very costly, some devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, they paying huge amount. But now who will pay all this rent? In such a big house, not necessary. But one small house is required. So there is nearby another Badanagar Mutt was there, a dilapidated and abandoned kind of land. There he small, and then snakes are just there. Some people are saying ghost lives there, so nobody is taking that house for rent. So it is kind of abandoned. So very little rent. Rent is very low, very little. So they take that house, Badanagar Mutt, and they run that monastery there. Then Naren goes for whole India tour on foot, not pilgrimage, you can say, not by car or like that. That time not available also, is it not? It is 1886, 87, like that. So he goes to whole of India on foot, just one begging bowl, one water jug, kamandalu, one walking stick, this and whatever cloth he is wearing, not extra piece of cloth is not there. Just that much, no money, nothing. Then he goes to travels all over India. And what happens? He meets so many people. One day he is the guest of a beggar, very poor person. Next day he is the guest of a king. And he guides many king also there. Many king become his disciples. So all the India, by walking on foot, he goes to all over India. Every aspect of India will study. Then finally he goes to South India, and on the last rock of India, that is Kanyakumari, there is a rock. You have to go by boat, by steamer. Then there is a big rock. Then there he sat. He swam across it. That time no boat, no steamer. Now if you go by steamer, it is just, even you feel you are afraid to go like that. That kind of thing. So much of this water is very, what do you call? So full of waves, no? So like that. So there he swam across. How he did, nobody knows. Very robust body, strong body, having. And then he sits there for 3 days in meditation continuously. And what he is meditating on, do you know? Guess. He is meditating on? He is meditating on which object? 3 days he is meditating on?
Which object?
On what? When you meditate, you will think of something, no? You meditate on something, is it not? What he might have meditated upon? God? No. He meditated on India. India means Bharatvarsh, the whole of Hindu nation. He meditated on the past glory of India, the glorious India of the past, and present degeneration. That time India was in a degenerated condition. So much of poverty, slave of British, before that slave of Islamic invasion, and all these things happened, is it not? So he meditated on the glorious past, present degeneration, how to regenerate, how to make India great again. On that he meditated for 3 days, and he got the way. In his meditation, he got the way. How to regenerate India, how to make India great again. That formula he got in meditation. 3 days he meditated. Then he comes back, goes to again all over India. He advises this, that. And South Indian, especially people from South India, there are many kings also, and many youths, they are so much influenced by his ideas. So much influenced. Tremendous influence. Kings become his disciples. Young people become his disciples. Everybody like that. And they suggest the youth of South India And also kings, they say, Swamiji, you have such a great potential, such a great knowledge. You must go to something like the parliament of religion. That was people, I mean, somehow that news was there. When exactly, nobody knew. But there is a something like parliament, world parliament of religion, world religious conference, like that, organized by America. In America, there is a world platform, world parliament of religion. You have to go there and then give this wonderful knowledge to the whole world from that platform. You have to give this knowledge from the big platform like World Parliament of Religion. You should participate there. Then people will know India. Now people know India as a place where only they worship snakes and like a land of superstition, like that. Before Swami Vivekananda went to the West, people knew India means a land of superstition. They are worshipping trees, snakes, this, that, all these things. These people uncivilized. We have to civilize them. We have to send missionaries, Christian missionaries to India. Why? To civilize India. That was the idea of the West. Then Swamiji goes to America in 1893. He goes to America, maybe in the month of May. He starts for America, 31st May or something like that. Starts for America. Then on the ship also he meets Jamsetji Tata. Have you heard the name of Jamsetji Tata, now Ratan Tata? Jamsetji, originally the first Tata. He also was going to that time America for bringing some steel fabric, something like that. Because King was the disciple of Swamiji, so he purchased one first class ticket in the ship. That time 2 months, around 2 months it would take to reach America by ship. So he meets Jamsetji Tata in the ship, and after lots of conversation, they become kind of, that time in the train, where sometimes we become friends, is it not, when we are traveling or in the bus also, when we are traveling for whole night, is it not? Long distance, we become friends, like that, they become friends in the ship. Then Swamiji asks, why are you going to America, for what purpose? Then he says, I am going to America for this steel fabric, to bring all in steel industry, like that. Tata, no, is a very famous now also. And Swamiji advises him, bringing only steel fabric is okay, very good. But you must bring the technology, science, research work. First, for that you must start Science Institute in India. That is Swamiji advises. He is a monk, but he has such a great vision for the future of India. Unless there is a science and research, is it not? Then your country will not prosper. Swamiji said, more than 100 years ago. And later on, Jamsetji Tata opens the Science Institute in India. The letter of Swami, then he writes a letter to Swami Vivekananda. That time Swami Vivekananda is already world famous. Later on, much later I will tell you. Then he says, you become the director of, he says, I am going to, that time not yet open, but he says, I am going to open Science Institute. You must be remembering me. We met in the ship. That time you advised me to open some science institute, I mean research and this center where scientific research work will be done. And now I am thinking of opening that science institute. I want you to become the director of that science institute. Swamiji was a monk, sannyasi, he will not go for all these things. But later on, he sent Sister Nivedita and like that, his disciple, to help Jamsetji Tata to start Science Institute. And now it is there. It is there in Tamil Nadu, Chennai. IISC, in Indian Institute of Science. It is there, and it is the letter is engraved there, which was written to Swamiji. It is there. So like that. Tell me now, in Nepal, who is that person who is struggling very hard to start Science and Research Institute in Nepal? Tell me, who is that person? Dr. Mahavir Pune, is it not? So this is also great visionary work of Dr. Mahavir Pune. We should appreciate it. Is it not? Swamiji said more than 100 years back, 1893. More than 120, 22, 100, about 115, 20 years back, to Jamshedji Tata. Unless you open Science Institute, research and all these things, your country is not going to prosper. And Jamshedji Tata started, and now there are so many other IIT like that, so many. And in Nepal, we should appreciate the great initiative taken by Dr. Mahavir Pune, who has given his whole life's blood in that idea, to put that idea to make people convince, even political people or even ordinary people like us. But it is a great idea. Great idea. Great idea. So like that, that's a context. Okay, now we'll go to Vivekananda. He goes to America, and there he participates. In the beginning, when he goes, already 2-3 months before he reaches there. Clear? And he reaches 2-3 months before, and then the Parliament of Religion still further. Then there is no one. I mean, he doesn't know anyone. Then he meets one Professor John Henry Wright. Then John Henry Wright becomes very much, he becomes his guest. He's staying at his house, okay, as a guest. And Professor John Henry Wright of Harvard University, he tells that Swamiji, you should participate in that science Parliament of Religion, in that World Parliament of Religion. Swamiji says, I have no credential. I have no credential. How will I participate? Then Professor John Henry Wright, professor of Harvard University, says, Swamiji, to ask you of credential is like asking the sun its right to sign. Can you ask sun, what is your right to sign? Give me your certificate. Can you ask for credential, for certificate to the sun? What is your right to sign? It is like that. To ask you of credential is like asking the sun its right to sign. Then he writes one letter to the head of that Parliament of Religion, where they will, because already entry date is over. So he will not get entry. So Professor John Henry Wright writes that letter. Here is a man who is more learned than all the learned professors of our country put together. हाम्रो देशको सबै महान विद्वानहरूलाई एकत्र गर्दाखेरि, एक ठाउँमा गर्दाखेरि जति विद्वता हुन्छ, he is more learned. In one person is more learned than all the learned of professors of our nation, country put together. Such a big this thing, announcement, is it not, in the letter? And with that letter, Swamiji goes to that office of Parliament of Religion, he gets entry. Then in 1893, that Parliament of Religion opens, 11 September, there Swamiji delivers several lectures, 5-6 lectures. And first lecture is address to welcome, and then next lecture, maybe why we disagree. Then he gives another lecture on 19 September, paper on Hinduism, that is a masterpiece lecture. Then again another lecture he gives there, Buddhism, the fulfillment of Hinduism. He says Buddhism is the fulfillment of Hinduism. It is not contradictory. It is a fulfillment of Hinduism. So they are not contradictory. So we have to come together like that. That kind of lecture he gives. Like that, and then for several, and then one lecture against Christian missionary, they are going to India and then preaching, and sometimes they are preaching wrong thing and converting also, like that, against that also. One lecture he gives. Then finally, he gives the final address, 27 September 1893. 11 September to 27 September, 5 to 6 lectures he gives. And paper on Hinduism, masterpiece lecture. And then whole world comes to know what Hinduism is. Now they have all wrong conception. Now there in the paper on Hinduism, Swamiji is saying, because Christians, they say all are sinners. That is their philosophy. Christian, what they say, all human being, everybody is sinner. Swamiji said in that Parliament of Religion, sinners, it is a sin to call a man sinner. मान्छेलाई पापी भन्नु नै पाप हो. Man is divine, ye divinities on earth. Come up, O lions, and shake up the delusion that you are sheep. You are lions, but you are thinking you are sheep. You are divine, you are Brahman, you are Atman. But you are telling, I am a sinner, I am nobody, I am worthless. Such negative ideas. Give up this kind of idea. So it is a sin to call a man sinner, because man is not different from God. He is God himself, he is Shiva. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. That kind, Amritasya Putraha, he said, it is from the Upanishad. Children of immortal bliss, hear, O children of immortal bliss, ye divinities on earth. Like that, he said. You are not sinner, you are divine. To call a man sinner is a sin. Like that, and whole world listens to him. And after listening to Swamiji, next time in the newspaper they say, now we understand how foolish it is. In newspaper, they are writing afterward, in newspaper, American, big newspaper. After listening to Swami Vivekananda, now we realize how foolish it is to send missionaries to this learned nation. To this learned nation. कस्तो मूर्खता होला. विवेकानन्दको भाषण सुनेपछि, उपदेशहरू सुनेपछि हामीलाई यस्तो लाग्छ कि कति मूर्खतापूर्ण काम होला. यस्तो ज्ञानीहरूको देशमा हामीले त्यहाँ चाहिँ मिसनरीहरू पठाइरहेको छौँ त्यहाँ उपदेश दिनको लागि. उनीहरूले पो हामीलाई मिसनरी पठाउनु पर्ने त. यस्तो ज्ञानको देशमा, ज्ञान भूमि होइन, नेपाललाई पनि ज्ञान, इट इज अल्सो ज्ञान भूमि, पूर्ण भारतवर्ष, होल फ्रम ocean to Himalayas, it's same this thing. Clear? And Swamiji says that. Then he there up to 1897, then he comes back to India. Works for after 4 years or 5 years there, after very strong foundation of Vedanta he establishes. Now in America we have more around 15 to 20 centers. Big. And many great American poets and philosophers influenced by Vedanta philosophy because of Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda is the first monk to cross the ocean. Even now, Orthodox monks do not go across the ocean because they think that if we cross the ocean, go to Western countries, we'll become mleccha, will become untouchable. That is the Orthodox belief. Vivekananda is the first person to break this belief. And he is the confluence, he is a kind of a bridge between ancient and modern, between science and religion. That is Vivekananda. Then he comes to India and he preaches all over India, from Colombo to Almora. Everywhere he goes and awakens Indians. He awakens them through his lectures. The whole India welcomes him. And in the Madras, in South, They remove horses from his chariot. To welcome he is put in the chariot. And these young men of this South India, what they do, they remove the horses and they pull the chariot themselves, Vivekananda's chariots. The whole world is awakened. And then finally, Vivekananda establishes Ramakrishna Mission in India. When? 1897, 1st May, 1897. And then he goes back to America. Afterward, he goes to Kashmir, Amarnath Darshan, all these things. So many things are there. Everything you will get here. And then finally, 4th of July, recently, 4th of July. 4th of July is American Independence Day also. So when he was in Kashmir, he writes one poetry to the 4th of July. Because he has many American disciples. So in Kashmir, he is celebrating American Independence Day. He is celebrating. He writes to the 4th of July, that time, 3-4 years back, before. And in 1902 means 1902. That time, Swamiji, 4th July 1902, Vivekananda gives up his body in Samadhi. 1902, 4th July. Recently it happened, is it not? So that is like, and his teachings, one or two things I will just read and then conclude. Our class is over. Faith and strength, just a few things. Then afterward I'll give you these books and it will guide you. What Swami Vivekananda is saying. He is an atheist who does not believe in himself. The old religion said that he was an atheist who did not believe in God. That was the old religion. The new religion says that he is an atheist who does not believe in himself. So believe in yourself first, then believe in God. Faith in ourselves, faith in God. This is the secret of greatness. If you have faith in all the 330 millions of your mythological gods, 33 कोटी देवतामै किन विश्वास नहोस्, हैन? And in all the gods which foreigners have now and again introduced into your midst and still have no faith in yourselves, there is no salvation for you. If you have faith in all the 33 koti devata, 33 crores of our mythological god, we have faith in all of them and also in all the gods which foreigners have introduced to us. After having faith in all these gods also, if you don't have faith in yourself, there is no salvation for you. Nobody can help you. Never think there is anything impossible for the soul. It is the greatest heresy to think so. If there is sin, this is the only sin to say that you are weak or others are weak. Ye are the children of God, the sharers of immortal bliss. Chicago, paper on Hinduism from there. Ye are the children of God, the sharers of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Ye divinities on earth, sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing libel on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake off the delusion that you are sheep. You are souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. Never say no. Never say I cannot, for you are infinite. Even time and space are as nothing compared with your nature. You can do anything and everything. You are almighty. Never mind the struggles, the mistakes. Never mind the struggles, the mistakes. I never heard a cow tell a lie, but it is only a cow, never a man. So never mind these failures, these little backslidings. Hold the ideal 1,000 times. And if you fail 1,000 times, make the attempt once more. This is the teaching of Swami Vivekananda. The remedy for weakness is not brooding over weakness, but thinking of strength. Teach men of the strength that is already within them. Be strong, my young friend. Now football match, World Cup football is going on. And what Vivekananda is saying, you tell, let's see here. Be strong, my young friends. That is my advice to you. You will be nearer to heaven through football than through the study of the Gita. These are bold words, but I have to say them, for I love you. I know where the shoe pinches. I have gained a little experience. You will understand the Gita better. You will understand the Gita better with your biceps, your muscle a little stronger. So if you are not strong physically, you will not understand Gita. So first build up your body, play football. Then only you will understand Gita. Weak person cannot understand Gita. So all these things, wonderful teachings. And another which I like very much, death is better than a vegetating ignorant life. It is better to die on the battlefield than to live a life of defeat. So all these wonderful teachings are there of Swamiji's teachings. I will conclude. Life also is there, short life and teachings. Everything will get here. I will conclude with one prayer. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasisyate. Om Santi Santi Santi. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.